but it's fire. I don't know, bro. I gotta drink at least one of these a day, bro. I gotta drink at least one a day.
Vibing, huh? I don't know why this thing. Let's see. There we go. Let's go live on IG. There we go. There we go. Post a Twitter link. Going live. Tap in. Oh, yes, sir. All good, Pert. All right. Y'all ready to roll?
Let's do it.
All right, let's get it. Let's get it. Welcome to the Money Down, y'all. We back at it again. Little live episode. Got a little bit of drama out of the football world, NFL world, and it hit home for me, obviously, because Brian Flores, he was a defensive coordinator, defensive coach for the New England Patriots. Tua Tagovailoa, and we know they had a somewhat of a tough relationship in his first couple years in the NFL. We'll go to his comments first to see what he said, and we'll all kind of chime in and share our opinion on it.
Explain to us in practical terms between having a coach who did believe in you the way that he did and the difference between that and what was happening with Flores.
Yeah. Well, to put it in simplest terms, if you woke up every morning and I told you you suck at what you did, that you don't belong doing what you do, that you shouldn't be here, that this guy should be here, that you haven't earned this right, and then you have somebody else come in and tell you, dude, you are the best fit for this. Like, you are accurate, you are the best whatever, you are this, you are that. Like, how would it make you feel listening to one or the other? You see what I'm saying? And then you hear it, regardless of what it is, the good or the bad. And you hear it more and more. You start to actually believe that. I don't care who you are. You could be the president of the United States. You have a terrible person that's telling you things that you don't want to hear, or that you probably shouldn't be hearing. You're going to start to believe that about yourself. And so that's sort of like what ended up happening. And
you can pause that, Pert. I see. So you pointing. What's your?
We've been talking about it for a couple days now, or since Tua made the comment, and my whole problem with it is when he says regardless of what it is, right? And for me, I just feel like that part is just taking away the accountability that comes with being a starting quarterback in the National Football League. B-Flow, I just look at the difference. He talks about how B-Flow and then how he's able to have success, and Mike McDaniel was able to come in and tell him like he's the perfect fit for this. Well, one thing is, B-Flow ain't have Tyreek Hill, and let's just call it what it is, bro. Let's call it what it is. You take any quarterback in the National Football League right now, and you add Tyreek Hill to the offense, they're gonna, they're gonna explode. I just didn't like the whole, like the accountability part. It is, regardless of what it is, that comment just kind of just threw me off, because everybody knows, bro, in the league, fam, if you playing like, I don't want to curse, but if you playing like, what. You know what I'm saying? If you're playing like, what, of course, somebody's going to tell you, hey, man, you need to tighten up. Now, I do get that, B-Flow could have probably handled it a little bit different. He could have probably said, things, but we all know here, man, it's a lot of coaches that coach differently, and that's just what it is. So it just, I feel both ways about it, but, man, to his credit, he did get right, and he is flourishing, and he is, progressed, and he's playing great ball right now, but I just think, man, the accountability part to me, just in that interview, is just not where it needed to be from.
I agree. You go ahead, Warren, if you want to chime in first.
No, I was just gonna say I was a player that grew up under just like tough love and hard coaching and all that stuff. And I just think, Tua's a great player, and I think he's doing an amazing job with Miami. But I don't want to call the man a fire, but there's a lot of players that said they enjoy playing with Flores, right? He's got a lot of great relationships with players. He's a hard-nosed coach. He gonna tell you when you need to pick it up. He gonna tell you when you try. I mean, like sometimes people need to hear that, but I feel like sometimes, like, you know, we as players or, you know, guys that have played, you know, sometimes like people want to be pacified, and you ain't finna get that all the time in the league. You're making all this money when you're not playing well. When your coach tells you you're not playing well, like it ain't for you to go run and hide. You know, sometimes coaches are just telling you, hey, you're not playing well because they need you to pick it up, right? It ain't to disrespect you. It's to light a fire under you, right?
Yeah.
And what goes to say that that's not what he was doing, yada yada. Obviously, things can be handled differently. You can handle conversations differently and whatnot. But I mean, I just feel like, you know, Breeze, you made this comment in our group chat a couple of days ago about, like, you know, you surprised he ain't said nothing in a pride. He was playing under Nick Saban.
Yeah.
Nick Saban be snapping on people. We done seen videos. We done seen clips of him going off on players. Like, he's for sure been through that before, right?
I seen Nick Saban destroy AJ McCarron, who, you know what I'm saying, national championship quarterback, went on to the league, you know what I'm saying, X, Y, and Z. And there's literally a clip on Twitter of, I guess, Bama blowing some team out and Nick Saban lighting a new one in and just, you know what I'm saying, just getting after him, no matter the score, what it is. That's the type of coach that Nick Saban is. So it's hard for me to believe that Nick Saban changed in that small period of time that Tua was the starting quarterback. My problem also is, this is year 2 for McDaniel or year 3? This will be
year 3.
It's year 3.
Yeah.
2 years later, bro. Come on, man. Like some of this stuff, bro. It's just, I get it. You say that a year after, you know what I'm saying, of success or whatever the case is, but man, 2 years later is 3 years later is wild to me, bro.
Yeah. I would have loved to hear Tua be a little bit more accountable as far as his play. Like I said, I know B-Flow. He coached, not me directly, but I had a good relationship with him. Still have a good relationship with B-Flow. He's looked out for me. Plenty of time, my family. I know what type of coach he is. He's a hard-nosed football coach. He's going to tell you how it is. It ain't always going to be pretty. It ain't always going to be sugar-coated and all that stuff. He's going to be straight up with you. Like, maybe when it comes to the text messages or whatever, if that's true, I think that could be a little excessive and all of that. But, man, if you're not playing good, you the starting quarterback. I'm a first-time head coach. I'm a black head coach too. I'm trying to keep my job. I know I'm on a short leash. I'm trying to make sure everything's right. So I understand it from both sides. I know Tua is tough. Year 1, year 2, you get drafted. Your coaches, lighting the fire up underneath you, in front of your teammates, in front of whatever the media. I don't know, however it may be. It's tough, dog. And yeah, as a player, we've all been through some phases where you feel like your coach isn't believing in you, or whatever, the media's not believing you. Some of your teammates ain't believing in you. But you can't let a coach or anybody, fan, really control the way you go out there and perform. At the end of the day, we all grown men here. We gotta go out, look ourselves in the mirror. I don't give a damn what Flo's saying. I don't give a damn what anybody else saying. I'm gonna find a way to shut them up. That's how I would look at it as a player. You know what I'm saying? But I do understand, man. Like, not everybody's able to handle that type of coaching. You're gonna take it a certain type of way. Sometimes you can get down in the dumps, and you would hope that as a coach, sometimes you hope that he would make an adjustment to it. And I'm sure that's what Tua was trying to, look forward to. And yeah, I like the comment here. It's a newer generation of athletes, 100%. Guys don't want to hear coaches get after them. Guys don't want to be called out in front of the team. Tom talked about it on Pat McAfee's show a little bit, where Bill Belichick, I remember vividly, my rookie season, during OTAs, he dog cussing Tom out like over OTA 707, like an incomplete pass. I'm like, yo, like he getting after Tom in front of everybody. Like, I gotta be on my stuff, because if he calling him out, he's for sure gonna call a rookie who may be messing up. He's gonna call me out, but you can't really take it to heart. You got to understand that these coaches are really trying to make you better and trying to make the team better. And if he's able to make sure the quarterback is accountable. And I guarantee, we all know sometimes, like in college, high school, the quarterback is treated differently. Yes, maybe rightfully so sometimes, but at the end of the day, everybody should be treated equally on the team. If you make a mistake, that's something was coached upon, like week in, week out, or throughout the week. You mess that shit up on game day, mess it up in practice, it's fine. The coach can call you out. It's okay. It's okay. If it goes beyond that sometimes, whatever, when it gets to, calling people out the name and all that, like I said, I don't know, what happened as far as that, then yeah, that can be a little extra. But Brian Flores responded to Tua's comments. We'll, jump into that real quick, hear what he had to say. He was accountable too, so we'll listen to what he has to say.
While Matt pulling. Oh, there it go.
Specific to the comments that were made by Tua, I just want to say, look, I'm happy, genuinely happy, genuinely happy for the success that Tua's had, and I really wish him nothing but the best. And I think player relationships are very important to me. I think that's kind of the foundation of coaching. I got into coaching because I was impacted as a young guy by my high school coaches, my college coaches, going all the way to Pop Warner. I got into coaching because I want to make that same kind of impact, positive impact, pour into young people, help them become, as KO says all the time, the best versions of themselves.
Yeah.
And
you can kind of see there, like, I feel like, bro, I think Flo is a little hurt, man, just about, you know what I'm saying? Because, and then also we talk about, bro, like the good teams, bro, that some of that shit stay in-house, bro.
Yeah.
Like it's a lot of, I wish people understood and knew, like you said, you've seen Tom, get broke down by, you're talking about the greatest player ever, bro.
Yeah.
to be taught just how, Bill would talk to a rookie or anybody. So when it come from the top and it go all the way down to the bottom, it's respected. And I just think there's so many things that happens in locker room and there's in-house conversations that regardless of what it is, bro, should never come out in the media. And I just think that's what more so, like you can see on that video, he just looked kind of hurt that it's like, yeah, I got to address these questions, but that's something, again, 2 years later, that's something that's between, whoever it is, two and them. And granted, there was a lot of stuff that came out around that time, obviously with, maybe he should have drafted Justin Herbert instead, or, the whole Deshaun Watson stuff, right? Like, and that's why Flo ultimately ended up getting shipped out and getting, fired. But at the same time, or some of that stuff, man, you just keep that in house and you move on. You're successful now. You just got paid. You know what I'm saying? You putting up the numbers. You got the number one player, you know what I'm saying? In the top 100, you got the number one player. Like, he's not stopping no time soon. Man, just go be successful and worry about the season, not backtracking to things that happened 2 years ago.
Yeah, it's tough. And Flo definitely looked hurt. I know, when he walked up to the podium, I think he had two of his current players who walked up there with him to show his support. And I thought that was dope from his current players to show that they have love for him. They understand what type of coach he is. And I'm sure Flo has grown from that point. Like I said, being a first-time head coach, look, man, when things ain't going right, everything on the table. Yeah. I'm not trying to lose my damn job. Like I said, and I'm sure he's made some adjustments from that point. Like I said, I know Flo personally, man. Like I said, he's a great dude, man. That's what I didn't like. How Tua just called him a straight up terrible person. I didn't love that. To call anybody, your coach is like a terrible person, dog. Like that's like I don't like. And I always look at it like this: if a coach is getting on you, that means they believe that you can be better. If a coach not talking to you and he ain't saying shit to you, that mean he don't give a shit. That means he don't think you could be better. So that's the way I see things as a player. And I know everybody doesn't see things the same way, and I perfectly understand that. I understand, Tua's side of things. I understand, he would love a coach that gives him positive reinforcement, which that's great as well for a coach to, really, pump positive energies into me. Like I know people like I know so we look, we different. Like me, you, Warren, we a little bit different. Like some of these younger dudes, they need like whatever. They need some little bit more positive energy coming out of their coach. They ain't trying to hear some different stuff. I mean, even Eric Bieniemy, from the Chiefs, he do things different. He dog cussing Pat Mahomes, whatever, Tyreek Hill.
Yeah,
you don't hear none of them dudes really saying, but hey,
what's so. Go ahead, Warren. I'll come back to you.
But a lot of those players, I mean, they don't take it. They don't take it to heart. You know what I'm saying? Like they know it's tough love. It's coaching. Like everybody got a job to do on this level. You could lose your job. At the drop of a dime. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like people are gonna be a-holes everywhere you go. But when it comes to the game of football, like the game of football is a tough sport. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to have to take some tough coaching. And I do think it's, to Carlos's point earlier, when he asked about it being a younger generation, I do think it just has to deal with the younger generation. Like as we go, and it's not everybody, I don't want to say it's everybody and generalize, but as we, as more generations come in, like you see a sense of entitlement, not as many players taking accountability and they want to be coddled. You look at like all across, you know what I'm saying? You look at college right now, kids want to make all this cheese and all that stuff, want to dress a certain way, things like that. Like we didn't have a lot of that. And even before us, like there was none of that, right? Like everything was tough love. Everything was MFs, elbows, and a-holes. It was tough. We're living we're playing in a generation now where, some people just want to be pacified. And, you're making all this money. Like it's not going to go down like that.
Yeah.
So.
And to you brought up EB, and it's just so crazy to me. Literally, Tyreek Hill last year or the year before that came out and defended EB. When all the speculations was coming out about how he talked to players X, Y, and Z, and Tyreek Hill said, "You feel me? It made me better." And some of that should be true.
Yeah,
you out there playing like shit. Come on, bro. What you want me to say? You just want me to say, "Oh, hey, fam, get better." Like you gotta see this read. Like, nah, it get to a certain point where I seen you say it on a podcast, on Matt's podcast about the Badgers about what a freshman, and not to being a freshman, but what a freshman should learn. And it's like, hey, if I make this mistake day one, you know what I'm saying? Don't make the same mistake day 2 or day 3. Now we at the level where we talking about people jobs on the line. You feel me? I got mortgage, wife at home. You know what I'm saying? Family. We talking about that type of stuff. So when I tell you like, hey, bro, X, Y, and Z, and you don't make no adjustment, and you still making the same mistakes, there has to be another way to try to, you know what I'm saying? Try to get towards you. And Flow way might have been just saying,
I'm gonna push them buttons there.
You playing like shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't know. But I really tell y'all, bro, that comment of regardless of what it is, bro, that jump burned me because it makes me so upset because, bro, there's players, dog, on teams that, man, you don't get to say no regardless of what it is. You playing like crap, you getting cut.
Yeah.
You feel me? And I don't care if we see it nowadays more in the NFL more than anything, bro. I don't care if you're starting to see first round picks get clipped within a year or two.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like back in the day, you had some time. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, hey, come on now. Now, nah, bro, we'll draft a quarterback next year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or a quarterback might hit the market and be just as good as you. So the regardless of what it is comment, that's not it. That ain't it at all.
Yeah. And I just really don't like a terrible person. I know he was just using an analogy, but just to say, Flo is a terrible person. Like I understand he coached you hard. He may have, went over the top a little bit, every now and then, but I really just didn't like that. Yeah. I don't think you attack him like that, especially 3 years down the line. You're having success. Just say like we didn't, we didn't mesh very well. I couldn't really thrive in his coaching style. I couldn't really, get my confidence. He took my confidence away. Whatever. Call it that. Just to say you're a terrible person. That's harsh, dog. But other NFL news, we had the USA flag football quarterback Daryl Doucette. I'm pretty sure that's how you say his name. He believes he's better than Pat Mahomes. As far as playing flag football. And he's gonna stick to that. I mean, look, I don't. Hey, we'll hear from the man himself. Right?
I feel like I'm better than Patrick Mahomes because of my IQ of the game. I know he's right now the best in the league. I know he's more accurate. I know he has all these intangibles. But when it comes to flag football, I feel like I know more than him. At the end of the day,
hey, bro, he started out. That boy started out. I feel like I'm better than. Whoa.
Hey, look,
relax.
Like I do believe flag football. It is a different game. Like I played in flag football league, like growing up and all that, and I've lost to some teams that we had better athletes and all that stuff, and they doing some rinky dink trick shit, all that to fuck the game up, But hell no, you're not better. You're not better than Pat Mahomes. Your IQ not better than Pat Mahomes. No, No, not never.
Bro, not even close, bro.
Pat Snap with the response too. The 50 Cent, like, why you say?
Yeah, why you say people? Yeah,
Bro,
go ahead, Warren.
I think it's funny. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, respect the Olympic sports and things like that, and flag football. But what is it like? 5 people on the side in flag football? Is it 7-on-7? Maybe not even 7-on-7.
I don't know.
You really think, bro? Pat Mahomes, the stuff that you do in flag football, Pat Mahomes does week in and week out. You just saw the man throw a behind the back pass in their freestyle in a preseason game. Not saying like that's all flag football is, but you're talking about a guy that early on in his career has been cerebral with 22 players on the field, right? Like,
give him more space.
Out to the game, pressure, no pressure, in the pocket, out the pocket. What, 2-time Super Bowl champ now? Like, it's a brother boys. The man's
three times.
Three times. The man's a gamer. There's nothing that tells me that if Pat Mahomes decided to go out and try out for your U.S. flag football team, the man wouldn't have to try out.
He's getting the starting spot.
So I appreciate the confidence, but like, be realistic.
So I'm not gonna lie. When I first saw the clip, and it's crazy, I was playing college football with Mel earlier today, and he asked me about it, and I'm like, man, hell yeah, like, of course, Pat. And he told me, right, he played with bro in the little flag football league.
It's different.
And he said it. He said that he was like, nah. So I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Like, the shit is different, and it's actually hard, So, but man, just some of the passes he's able to do, bro, in game situations. Just seeing what he just did in the preseason game, that's something he for sure would do in a real game that count. I don't know. It's just crazy to me that people get a platform, and they show their ass, they cut up, and I think that's what it was. And bro, getting the reaction that he wanted, hats off to him. I'm sure he getting a lot of traction from that little clip and comment. He gonna be on First Take in the morning or something. He don't get up, and that's what he did for, and he got it.
Look, I mean, hey, could they give him a roster spot? Yeah, I mean, should give him a roster. He on the USA. I think they could give him a roster spot. I mean, shit.
In the league?
Not in the league. On the flag football team. You give him the second, third string quarterback type jumping. He could teach them boys some of the trick play. Like I said, there is a difference when it comes to the flag football. So there's some little nuance to the game. There's some trickeration that you could use, like double passes, all this little. But I don't think it'll take long for NFL players to pick that up.
I don't think it'll take long to learn.
I was gonna ask what could be.
I'm just saying you gotta go out there. You gotta go out there and watch that joint, bro. I'm telling you, it's a little different. It's just a little different. I know Mel kind of spoke to it some. I do believe that I think Lamar Jackson would be the best, 7-on-7 or Olympic gold medal quarter for flag football.
What Braylon said?
He said his only chance to win a gold medal, he had to defend himself. Hey, I don't blame him. He's trying to be out there. I do not.
Bro, on TMZ and all, you hit TMZ. You
gotta let it ride.
You got TMZ report that. Oh yeah, you in that fight, bro. You better either stand on that shit or
so this is not for another 4 years now. So everybody in the NFL gonna be 4 years older. Who y'all want on y'all Olympic, flag football team in the current NFL? I think Lamar Jackson in the league. I still think Lamar Jackson be the best quarterback when it comes to the flag football stuff with the running ability. Like him, Jalen Hurts type jump in the open field. Because you're going to do a lot of running at the quarterback position in this type thing. You're going to do a lot of double passes and all this other stuff to just, kind of slow down the rush. You're not just going to stand there for 7 seconds throwing the ball. Somebody going to be rushing at you and all that. Although Pat Mahomes, he run away from, plenty of people week in and week out to make crazy, amazing plays. But having Lamar back there, I feel like that's a little different.
It's so crazy, bro. I think I wouldn't. And there's no shot like Lamar is second best player in the league, like however you want to say it. Damn near could be, what I'm saying, to each his own, could be the best quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? But I just think I would want to use LJ in so many other ways, bro. Like you said, so many trick plays, and I have more of us running reverses, and then flag is a playground for him. You know what I'm saying? So imagine I got Pat Mahomes at quarterback and Lamar on the field at damn near a star, bro. I can use him receiver, everything, dog. But that's a good ass question just to think about. Like, I don't even know, man.
It's tough at the quarterback. There's a few different options out there. I mean, I feel like any quarterback who's a little bit mobile, who's in the NFL will have success out there. At receiver, it's tough. It's a lot of options. I mean, Tyreek, 4 years from now, Tyreek still be blazing out. I'm gonna have him out there.
Still gonna be running.
Who else can we 4 years from now?
I gotta go Worthy.
Yeah, Jay Jettis. Worthy. Yeah, Worthy goes.
Gotta go Worthy. Jettis for sure. Yeah, that's two. I'm trying to think of
Jamar.
Jamar Chase.
Yeah, Jamar. I feel like you need some like. I feel like
big body. You need some big body route runners.
I need some route runners, dog. I'll probably go.
Ooh. I mean, Jay Jettis a route runner now.
Yeah. Easily.
What position is Warren pushing for with no D line on flag football team? What you
bro. Put me on the outside. I'm taking cats up top.
Taking cats up top
with me. I'm taking them up top.
That's center live position in that flag football. If they do like the snap when the center get the release and all like that, that'd be the sneaky little.
Get me out in the open space. Let me hit it.
Go back to the high school days.
The centers do be moving though, because even on like the little Madden.
You look the little yard,
whatever. Super showdown or whatever.
Centers be playing too. Yeah, we'll have a spot for everybody, dog. Everybody is good.
It'll be interesting though. I want to see how it's handled. I want to see if he actually gets to make the roster. If they have like open tryouts or what does that look like in 4 years? That'd be dope. It'll be cool to incorporate some of the guys that play flag football like throughout the year with NFL dudes. I think that'd be a great mesh. I don't think it'll necessarily be fair to thrust all NFL guys into that. I don't know how y'all feel like about that when it comes to the USA flag football team. Do you just make it straight NFL players? Open it to college players? Do you open it to, how does that look?
I was gonna say, US get the BS and we started losing. Open it up.
It's so crazy, y'all boys. Like, just imagine the people that, and it's gonna go, but just imagine the people that we know who could be in the league and should be in the league that just don't have an opportunity, you know what I'm saying? Or however it play out, bro. Obviously, a lot of politics involved, X, Y, and Z, but I think it'll be dope to kind of open it up to you gotta have some type of ball background, but you know what I'm saying? And homies in the league, that's probably they off season, and them boys trying to
trying to chill.
It's all to chill.
Yeah. But that gold medal means something, I think so. Like to have the first, flag football gold medal, I think a lot of guys would be chomping at the bit to be out there. It'd be interesting to see, who actually wants to play. But I think it'd be dope to do an open tryout. I don't know, how that would work. But dudes would be getting after it, dog. You like, what's the dude, the YouTuber, the former Destroying or whatever? How you be having them one-on-ones and stuff? Having trials like people, hey,
that should be lit. I think he had something down here, bro. I'm like,
bro, he had something all over the country. That man,
and people be showing up.
People
showing up.
So just imagine having an open tryout to make the USA flag football team.
Hey, what's the pay like, fam?
Yeah,
you know, I'm ain't doing it for free now.
What they say a gold medal was like 37K or something.
37K.
It wasn't a lot compared to other countries. It wasn't a lot.
That's a lot of bread to some people, though.
I mean, to some people,
for sure. I'm gonna take that.
You talking about somebody in the league? That ain't enough.
Yeah, but to the average person, to the average person, though, I'm taking that 37. Give me a gold medal.
Gotta win.
Yeah, we gotta win for sure. We gotta win for sure.
Yeah.
All right, we go switch it up a little bit. Tom Brady made some comments the other day saying it's a tragedy that young QBs aren't developed like they used to be. As far as saying he was a 6th-round draft pick, wasn't thrusted into the starting role right away. And now, in the NFL, you the top 3 pick, top 10 pick, whatever. You getting pretty much thrusted in that role, a la Caleb Williams, a la Jaden Daniels. I mean, Drake May still has to work for his. He has to beat out, Jacoby Brissett. But what are y'all thoughts on his comments as far as that? Now, I know for me, I'm always big on making these guys sit. And Caleb Williams, like situation, Jaden Daniels, they're clearly the best QBs on the roster. Sure. No reason for those guys to sit. But in most cases, I want these guys to compete. I want them to learn as much as possible. The college game is different than the NFL game. Not to say these guys can't walk in and have success, We saw C.J. Stroud do it last year. We've seen guys, do it before. Cam Newton had a heck of a rookie year. Andrew Luck did his thing, his rookie season. So it's not like a long shot for these guys to perform, but we've seen it, the other way more times, not working out than it has working out. And that's always my fear for some of these guys. You put them out there too early, man, it really kind of stunts their development. I think of a guy like Sam Darnold. I played him his rookie season when I was on the Patriots. He said he was seeing ghosts, and we just running cover zero over and over. There's nobody back there. There's nobody back there. Just get your one-on-one, find the blitzers, throw the ball, that type of thing. So, and he still really hasn't necessarily recovered from that. I know he has a chance to start, or he will be starting this year, but he has a chance to, really recover from that type of thing. But yeah, I don't know how y'all feel about the development of young QBs in the NFL today. I
think, bro, it's hard, especially for a quarterback. Like any position you transition from college to the league is gonna be a hard transition. Like pace of the game, stuff like that. You have guys that flourish, but especially for the quarterback position, like I know that's got to be tough. I agree. I mean, I think that quarterbacks need to develop. I mean, obviously, you have some situations like Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, where you have to start. You know what I'm saying? Like teams trying to win. You're the franchise quarterback. They banking on you to come in and they're expecting you to come in and win games. So it's hard for some young quarterbacks when teams work like that. Like it's a business. Teams want to come in, they want to win, they want to find that pivotal piece to build around, and it's just the way the business is, right? Yeah. But I mean, you would love to see guys like, for example, I think of buddy that was with the Jets for the longest time, and now
Zach Wilson.
Zach Wilson. Zach Wilson would have been a good key piece or would have been a good player to sit behind.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
He got thrusted into the role and obviously wasn't prepared for it, right? Yeah. Not saying he wasn't prepared, but
he wasn't prepared. He wasn't prepared.
He was prepared.
I gave it a benefit of the doubt plenty of times, you know what I'm saying? And he had plenty of arm talent, all the stuff they rave about, mm-hmm. but he got thrown out there too soon, clearly.
But then you look at guys like Pat Mahomes. You look at guys, Jordan Love, Aaron Rodgers when he sat behind Brett Favre, like guys like that. Like you see what development can do for you, and you're talking about guys that are given Pro Bowl, all pro like performances. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, the development is important. It's just depends on the team and the situation. Just unfortunate.
You know what's crazy, and I mean, I probably have to go back and just look at the stat of QBs drafted in that top 10, top 15 range. But like, I agree with Tom, but we got to sit there and when we think about the greatest all-time quarterbacks, they all were drafted with somebody at the seat already that they could learn under. Yeah. Example, Tom got a chance to learn under Drew. Now, obviously injuries and all that stuff like that, and he got into the role and, you know what I'm saying, he ended up, doing what he's been doing for the last, since I was a kid, but we say Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers. I mean, Aaron Rodgers sitting behind are arguably one of the best quarterbacks or arm talent gunslingers. We think of Pat Mahomes. Pat Mahomes got to sit behind Alex Smith, who at the time
he was solid, boy.
You know what I'm saying? Was a solid Q. So I just think, now with the quarterbacks being drafted in that top 10 range, also, man, the money, man. You talking about
different.
You're talking about, Caleb getting damn near 40 out the gate.
Yeah.
Signing bonus, like damn near all guaranteed. Like, bro, you gotta play. Yeah. And then with quarterbacks now, just at the rate that they're getting paid, you got a QB like Jordan Love, who really only played 1 year, solid year, and he came to the table like, hey, bro, run me my coins. You know what I'm saying? So it's tough. I see it from both angles, and I just don't see it changing no time soon, man. These Qs gotta go in that first, between round, pick 1 and 10. And man, they gotta play because I need to see if I need to figure out if I need a quarterback in the next year.
Yeah,
pretty much.
We just had a question. Somebody asked, can we think of anybody that has sat behind a vet but then failed as a quarterback when they got put in? I got one that comes to mind, and the first one I think about, no disrespect, I don't want to bring it up, but because James, I know that's your boy.
Jimmy G.
Jimmy G ain't failed. It was a Super Bowl.
He fell right away. He fell later on.
Jimmy G ain't Jimmy G ain't failed. And it's crazy. I literally tell, bro, Jimmy G is a throwaway from
being
his
one
whole
Yeah, that's
narrative.
fair. That's fair.
His
Hey,
whole
that's
narrative
fair.
being
My
around.
fault.
If he
Hey,
hit
no
Emmanuel Sanders
disrespect.
on that post in the
Like,
Super
ain't
Bowl, bro,
they look at him
he
completely different.
could look at him
Yeah.
completely different.
He's
And
feeling different too, you know.
yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah. You know,
saying?
Jimmy the type to cut up for sure.
For
But
sure.
bro, I can't think of one, dog. I really can't.
I mean,
that's a good ass question.
In recent history, I know what Brock Osweiler, he sat behind, Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning, he lit us up when we played against him. But other than that, he got paid off. He pretty much got paid from lighting us up when we played him out in Denver. But then he got paid by Houston. Then he fell. But that's a little different. But that's the only one in recent history I can kind of think of.
Carson Wentz ain't sit behind nobody, did he?
Nah. He was. He was in that fire, right?
Carson was gaming when he came
in. He was. When he first started, he was gaming, for sure.
I feel for him, dog, man. I feel for Carson because he had it, man. And it's just tough. You get some injuries. You get
the
hurt,
city,
man.
bro. People, I don't care what. And again, it's kind of go back and fall into the whole. But bro, that city in Philly, bro. Yeah, you hear it now, bro. You gotta be mentally tough, bro, to play there. And you could win a Super Bowl. You can be in the Super Bowl. It don't matter. That next year, a totally different year. You better bring come out here, boy. Come out here, boy.
What about Trey Lance?
Yeah, Trey. He sat. Well, he sat Jimmy. Yeah, Jimmy. Then he got hurt. So
he got hurt.
But still wasn't pretty. Yeah. Wasn't pretty either way when he was, out there. Another guy, he kind of like in that Zach Wilson category, probably got drafted a little too early. Got drafted a little too early than he was supposed to, Has had all the traits and all the attributes. And so they drafted him, thought he was going to, be somebody different. And I don't think he was necessarily ready to be out there. Great system. That's one of the best systems to be in.
San Fran, yeah.
As a quarterback, as a young buck, you see Brock Purdy thriving in it and all that stuff. So he I guess he could be thrown into that category. He's still struggling just a little bit. I will say that,
Hey James, when Brock Osweiler beat you, that was in the AFC Championship?
No, not in the AFC Championship. They're no regular season.
We're gonna have to conversation. Brock in the AFC?
No.
Peyton came back by then.
He's back by that point. But
Brock was lighting it up though.
Yeah,
Brock had a little run for sure.
He can throw a good deep pass. I'll give him that. But like everything else, it was a little tough. But on the same subject, quarterbacks. Which rookie quarterback, this year do y'all think is set and poised to have one of those breakout, CJ Stroud? And everybody's gonna be, anticipating their quarterbacks having a CJ Stroud type year, taking a team to the playoffs. Who y'all going with? Because we already got Caleb Williams gonna be starting, James Daniels starting. We got Bo Nix got named the starter. I think that Drake May still fighting. Is there anybody else I'm forgetting that's already named starter as a rookie? I think that's probably about it for this year.
I ain't gonna lie,
is it clear as day or was it?
I ain't gonna lie, it's clear as day. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't know. I was kind of just waiting to see, but the stuff I've been seeing, the preseason, Hard Knocks, the motherfucker gonna be good, bro. Gonna be good. And I just think, bro, it's so unfair, dog, because I was one of them people like, bro, I would have drafted another need and kept, Justin Fields. Yeah. I would have kept Justin and just, bro, it would have been dope to just finally see him with the weapons that Caleb have. Now, granted, bro, Caleb really got some. When we talk about gangsters, we talk about gangsters. Like Keenan not saying Keenan ever slipped away, but bro, Keenan looked back.
Yeah, he looked rejuvenated out
there. Keenan looked back. And then, bro, DJ Moore is really a gamer. Like, dog, he's just one of them receivers where he ain't. I don't want to say he flashy. Like, he don't flash you with the route running ability, but he fast as hell. He just make he make the tough catches. He make the tough plays. You know what I'm saying? And then having D Swift, bro, I think that's something that is underrated, bro. As a rookie QB, you gotta have a reliable back, dog. For D Swift to be able to do both, right? He can catch out the backfield. He can run and get them tough yards. It's gonna take a lot of pressure off Caleb. So I think it's clear as cut. Who's gonna be successful, but it's some good cues out there, bro. Yeah. Like I seen Drake May graded out so far. Drake May graded out good. Bo Nix, I mean, He been throwing.
Bo Nix don't look smooth now. I mean, it's efficient.
Daniels. I like Jaden Daniels in Washington.
Yeah,
he's been smart. Like he ain't making the most flashy throws and things like that in the preseason, but decision making been good.
Do that change though?
Super efficient.
Come around. Like does that change when the regular season come around? This ain't play no more.
Yeah. I mean, it can change for any. It can change for any of them.
For sure.
I will say that Jaden got some solid weapons too. He got Terry. He got Jahan Dotson, who had solid rookie year too.
They might trade him.
Yeah, they can't, dog. They gotta keep him. That boy solid.
Hey,
you can't be trading away your weapons, though.
You know who I'm seeing where he going to now.
If that's the case, then you make that trade. Yeah, if it's IU, you go get your quarterback, go get one of his best friends. Obviously, that's a completely different ball game.
I've been seeing to New England. I've been seeing it's some stuff out there that he's been on, like the watch, bro. If any move happens within this next week or so, I'm gonna put the article up, bro. But I seen it, I was like, okay, but it probably won't match. I mean, y'all got weapons.
Yeah. I think he's similar to some of the guys that we probably have, the young bucks that we have on the roster currently. So I wouldn't. Not that he's a bad player. I like Jahan Dotson, but I don't think that'd be a great pickup for the Patriots. I don't think that's worth the trade. But yeah, I think he could have a solid, B-Rob. He's a solid running back. They go out and get Austin Eckler. Obviously, we know he's dynamic. He's versatile. So I think he has a decent little core around him for him to have a solid rookie year. But yeah, man, I think these young gunners, man, they've been playing well during the preseason too. So it's been impressive. We'll see, if it continues to translate. But then
one thing, James, O-line, bro. O-line for these young bucks is gonna be pivotal. I know a lot of
Bryce
people.
Young last year, boy.
Bryce Young, Cole. Like, we know talent. Gotta have a good O-line. No good O-line, then we gonna be sitting here talking about.
It's a wrap, man. Before we wrap up, I feel like we all should kind of, we all been in this position. In an NFL training camps the last week, other preseason. It's gonna be a ton of transactions, being made after this last game. Some guys' dreams will be. They'll be accomplished and all that. You'll make the roster. Then there'll be some guys who, your dreams kind of fall short. Maybe you end up on a different team. Maybe you don't. So this is like a harsh reality of the NFL. Everybody sees the glitz and the glamour. You see the guys make $100 million, $400 million. But then there's the other guys, that, things get cut short, unfortunately. And it is hard and it's a tough experience. So I don't know, like, if you guys kind of want to share your experience kind of going through a preseason. I can kind of share myself. I've been through it my rookie year, preseason. I mean, I did solid during OTAs. The preseason games, I ain't do shit. I ain't, what I'm saying? I wasn't performing. I didn't think I was gonna get cut or anything, but I didn't do anything spectacular really in any of the games. The fourth preseason game, I made a few plays, ended up making a roster. Only ended up playing 3 games that year, so it was kind of like a red shirt year for some guys to deal with that. But going to my second year, we signed. And we had probably like 8 backs on the roster. So once that happened, during OTAs, I already had the itch that I'm about to get my ass cut, like in my second year. You know what I'm saying? So when it came to the preseason, my second year, not that I didn't approach my first one, the right way, but I had a completely, different mindset for myself. I'm like, I gotta really go out here and perform every single week to show not only just to the Patriots, but to everybody across the league, that I could be a solid football player. And it's kind of a funny story. I think it was either the second or third preseason game. I mean, I got hurt during practice, like the week following, the week of the game. I didn't know whether I was going to play. I ended up playing the game. Ended up playing all 4 quarters of the game. Had a decent game against the Saints. And I remember walking to the bus after the game. My running back coach, he smoked cigars. Ivan Fears, he always outside the bus smoking cigars. He's like, hey, come here. I'm proud of you. He's like, if there ain't a spot here, somebody else gonna be. I'm like, damn, bro. He's like, ain't a spot here. Somebody will pick you up. I'm like, God. But that's the harsh reality, of the NFL, dog. It's some tough decisions that have to be made, man. And yeah, I've been through. I had to play that 4th preseason game, thinking I was most likely gonna be cut. I was up for the game. I think LeGarrette Blount was up for the game. He just had to play because he was suspended for the first game. So Bill forced him to play. So I went in that game thinking I was going to be somewhere else, end up making the team. But yeah, it's a tough position to be in for a lot of these young guys. And like I said, it's hard. I know y'all can kind of share your experience.
Yeah, bro, it's tough, man. And you know what I'm saying? Just being a player that has seen it from, you know what I'm saying, the other side. And bro, like you said, I'm one of them people. I came in as a rookie and I literally gamed in game. It took me a while to try to get used to the feel and understand that, like, oh shit, like, bro, a lot of times it was more so me in my head not playing not saying I wasn't playing full speed, but just playing to
Thinking.
just thinking, just overthinking
That-
a lot of stuff because
That was me.
you know how it is, like, bro, it'd be a day like you know who the Reaper is, man.
Yep.
And you walk into the building, it's like, bro, you see that motherfucker at the door, you like, damn, is it me today? Like,
my
Is
day.
it my
Yeah.
time?
you know what I'm saying? You walk past him and he don't say nothing, you like, woo, shit, you know what I'm saying? But
we
you know what I'm
straight.
saying? It's a tough experience, bro. Took me a little minute to kind of get the speed and understand, like, bro, just go out there and play, Jay. Just go out there and play. And you know, during camp, had a good camp, bro. You know, my whole thing was just try to touch the ball every day. And you know, I was doing that. Still didn't work out how I wanted to. And you know, fortunately, I was able to get picked up like literally the next day. And I was in Cincy really that whole year, my rookie year. But you know, my thing to just anybody is, bro, is just keep your head down and work, bro. There's a lot of people that's going to be faced with a lot of adversity, man, and it truly does suck. But you know, I live off of thing. You know, how I try to tell myself is like, bro, it's no sense of complaining, fam. You know what I'm saying?
No,
like,
no.
the next motherfucker don't care. The coaches don't care. You know what I'm saying, bro? It's no sense of complaining, dog. Just put your head down and work. And you know, I won't shy away from that. There is going to be mixed emotions, bro. I left Arizona my rookie year salty. Like,
Yeah.
that's I'll say this now, bro. I used to be in Cincy in some games, just looking up like, yeah, they losing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, like, yeah, they losing. Like, Atlanta just scored. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Or this team just scored. Like, it kind of leave a bitter taste in your mouth, dog. But no, you can't be bitter, bro. Just work it. You know, understand how the business works, man. Put your head down and work, dog. That's all. That's the only thing I can really take is put your hand down and work.
I don't know about you, man. I was better than that.
You got to
You gonna feel that.
No, it's just like, you know, it's one of those things, you know, you have an opportunity. I had the opportunity to get picked up as an undrafted free agent, you know, made it through OTAs, mini camps, you know, through preseason, got cut after the third week, but I was making plays. I felt like I was playing well. I was competing, you know, made some good plays in the preseason, you know, thought I had an opportunity to be around. Obviously, y'all know what it's like week in and week out, you know, especially when preseason come around and they start making cuts and like y'all, I know for us, we were sitting in the team, all the rookies sitting in team meeting room waiting to hear your name called. Don't know, you don't get your name called. They tell you're dismissed and all this stuff each weekend. You know, me just being excited, you know, making it each week, you know, putting in a performance that, you know, maybe, you know, for me, prove to myself I could be there, but then also, you know, show the coaching staff I can be there. But after that third week, you know, I was like, my best part of the game was against the run, right? Could have been a better pass rusher, but I was solid against the run. Yeah. And Atlanta was like 32nd in the league the year before. So I was better as hell. So when they played that year after I got cut, and them boys was bottom 5 again. You know, hey, you know, like I said, I appreciate the letter for the opportunity, but heck yeah, D-Man,
yeah, motherfucker, yeah.
But no, it was one of those experiences. Like it teaches you a lot about yourself during that time, especially when, you know, your feet to the fire and you gotta perform, you gotta play, you gotta, you know, hold in, you know, keep emotions in check because it's an emotional game and your emotions, depending on where it go, can really drive your performance. So, I mean, like I said, I love the experience and hope more, you know, people that get the experience in the off season keep trying, man. Keep chasing your dream.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man. Best of luck to everybody, not just rookies. You know, everybody in this last preseason game. I said, you're not just performing for your team, you perform for everybody. I said, just put your head down and work. You're gonna make some mistakes. Just gotta no homo, no pause. You gotta put your balls to the wall. You gonna get to it, man.
Whoa. As Braylon said,
and just get to it, man. You know what I'm saying? This is what you dreamed about your entire life to make it to this point. Just make sure you capitalize on the opportunity. But we appreciate all you guys checking us out on the Money Down Live. You know, let us know if you want to continue to see some of these live podcasts. We enjoyed it. We appreciate all you guys watching us. I said we have great chemistry here. We appreciate all you guys subscribing. Hopefully get some more subscribers. We're going to continue to bring you some dope content throughout the year, talking NFL games, still talking to, people outside the game as well, business owners, entrepreneurs. But we really enjoy this. Hope you guys enjoy it too. And hope you guys continue to tune in.
Money down. I ain't gonna lie. I was